What is good, investment Bible fam? Before we get into it today, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much. We've received an overwhelmingly amount of great feedback in the last couple of weeks and love that you guys enjoy our videos. This video took a lot of time and research, so smashing that like button and subscribing really helps our channel grow. So please hook your boys up. Alrighty, so let's talk about saving accounts for students. This is a really important time for saving accounts, especially for students who are looking for decent returns without the risk of losing their investment in the stock market, as it's been extremely volatile recently. It's important to know that the Fed recently announced that they'd be removing the 6 withdrawal per cycle limit on savings accounts. So for the accounts I'm about to tell you about, there is no maximum amount of times you can remove your money. So here's my criteria for the high yield saving accounts that I researched and then ultimately chose that best fit for students. Number one, they had to be zero annual cost or hidden fees because nobody likes those. Number two, they had to offer a rate above the national average. And then number three, they had to be a well-known bank. Number one, Synchrony high yield savings account. So with this account, it's great for students since there's no minimum balance. Typically, high yield savings accounts like this will make you deposit, 5, 10, 15 grand to receive their highest average rate. Not the case here. So if you're a broke boy balling on a college budget, I can definitely sympathize with that. You can put in a small amount to start. This account offers a 1.5 APY to all their savers. If you're not familiar with the acronym APY, it just stands for annual percentage yield. I'll use this term a lot throughout the video, but it's just the amount of return you'll receive on your money in the account for the year. Alright, so they offer this really cool tool that you can mess around with to see your compounded return on your money. So let's say you can manage to put in about, say, $5,000 and then $100 every single month. If you did this for 36 months, you'd have $8,908. If you banked with, say, JP Morgan and did the exact same thing, Chase would only get you $8,622 since their APY is lower. The national average of high yield savings would get you about $8,655. The reason Synchrony can offer such a high APY is because they don't have any physical locations. Everything's done online, so they have few overhead costs, unlike these other banks. I mean, let's face it, we're students. We ain't going into an actual bank anyway. Number two, Marcus by Goldman Sachs. It's important to know that I also looked for saving accounts that offered $0 annual fees. So this saving account offers 0 fees, no minimum amount that you have to deposit, and it also offers a 1.55% APY at the time this video was made. As a side note, saving accounts don't always stay the same annual percentage yield. That number can fluctuate a ton based on many reasons, like what the Fed does with their federal funds rate, what the prime rate is at. All in all, a ton of things go into it. Just as a piece of advice, if you're looking for a savings account, make sure that they are FDIC insured. That just means that if something catastrophic were to happen to your money or your bank, it would be safe up to $250,000. Number three, HSBC Direct. This one I saw a lot of great reviews on. HSBC Savings is an online-only product that means you can't access any of your cash in person, but can use all sorts of online transfers. Your statements are all sent online and checks are deposited through the mobile checking deposit site. But for the extra 0.2% of annual yield, that's a drawback I'm willing to agree to. I wouldn't even really call it too much of a disadvantage since the world's moving away from cash soon. They offer a 1.7% APY with no minimum deposits and no annual fees. That's actually really solid in such a low interest rate environment right now. So here's really the only catch. The money you deposit needs to be new money. They define this as a deposit and investment not previously held by any member of the HSBC group in the US. So if you bank with them before, make sure the money you're depositing hasn't been held in investment or deposits by part of their group or affiliates. Number four, Redneck Bank. Oh, that sucked. But anyway, so this is the second to last savings account. That might be one for the ages. I couldn't think of a better bank for students. It's like a meme, but a bank that offers the highest APY I could find. It's called Redneck Bank. Look at this thing. Their catchphrase is literally where banking's funner. I love it. They're FDIC backed, all online, offer 1.75 APY, no fees, better than anywhere else. I might even sign up here. The one thing I found though is that you should definitely not deposit more than 10 grand into this account. Anything over $10,000, they drop the APY to 0.25%. That's pretty typical of banks to do, so don't be too worried about that. But for students, I think this is a great account since there's no minimum deposit. Last but not least, number 5, VO. VO was created in 2018 and it's the online division of MidFirst Bank. They typically gain most of their customers because of their high interest rates. So they have to be extremely competitive with their APY. So you shouldn't expect them to lower their rates anytime soon unless other banks start to as well. What's good about them is that they offer this rate to all account sizes. So if you're a student with a lot of pocket change and can deposit more than 10K, you will still earn the 1.7%. Their minimum is literally only $100 and they have no monthly fees. In terms of reviews, it seems that people really like this account since it has 4.5 stars. It was also voted as one of the best online savings accounts for how easy it is to use. So definitely go check this one out. Awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment below.